And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Rob, obviously you haven't been for the last session, so I'm gonna just describe how your character enters the scene, and then you'll sort of like take over control of your character after that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Rather than going into like an elaborate backstory, we're just gonna... Your character was off screen, and now they're gonna be on screen soon.
That's how I roll, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. In that case, you had just navigated this tar-filled temple, previously defeating this spiky devil creature and capturing it inside of the card that is in Smorgasborden's possession. Successfully sort of claiming it under the Flames card. And then you navigated through this dagger puzzle where you proceeded to stab each other a bunch of times, eventually using a portable ram to hold open the boulder and navigate around the corner. Then you went through an invisible wall to find this giant rock, like a black basalt type color, sticking into the ground. And it had a symbol on it that was the same as the symbol that Asker saw in that basement that opened the doorway to that mage's house. And you just sort of like looked at it for a while, then left, then went down a corridor where I think Smorgasborden got bear trapped on the ankle, or someone. And then you successfully navigated past that into this little small central room that has like a well in the center of it. And the well was filled with liquid bubbling tar. And this sort of haggard old woman was standing beside it. And she said, "You're not the ones I was expecting. Who are you?" And that's where we left off. So she says, "So what? Who are you? What is this?" And at that moment, that is when... What's Rob's character's name again? Rithmal. That is when Rithmal appears from behind you, shuffling his little legs out of breath. And he says, "Jesse sent me after you because he realized this might be a little bit more challenging than he initially estimated. So basically, Rithmal has run all the way through the cave where you guys were teleported and joined you here, and he's a bit out of breath. And now, that's you, Rob. If you were out of breath and had just been sent through a portal to this place, what would you say?"
I'd probably ask someone for some water, maybe.
Nice.
So maybe I ask Joachim's character to give me some water. Does that work?
Yeah, go for it. What does Asker say?
All right, give me some water, Joachim.
I don't have any. No, really, no. I'll hand in my water pouch flask thing.
Cool. You see the old woman say, "And who are you? Still another person that I don't want. Ugh." And you see she disappears into thin air, and then you hear a voice say, "Now I have to reset all the traps. Fuck me." And then she's disappeared, and you're a little bit confused. What do you do now?
So just to remind us, so what was the... We've captured that like creature thing, dragony creature thing, whatever. But we still needed to, like, was it a star? We needed to get
the other
the card.
You've got a blank card with the word star on it, and it sort of was flashing a little bit more as you went further into this tar-filled temple. And you presume, as it kept flashing more as you got close to this chamber, that it must be in this chamber somewhere.
Is it still flashing?
Yes, it's flashing even more than before. You can all make a perception check, if you like. That includes Rithmal, although you would have less knowledge of the flashing card. Okay, we've got a 7 from Asker. Quick off the mark, though. I mean, not a great check, but you were in first. 6 from Smorgasborden.
Yeah.
Why mine doesn't appear now?
Sometimes it can take a little bit longer than you would expect it to.
That's why I double-clicked before, because there's no feedback.
We've got a 5 from Rithmal, which kind of is commensurate with sort of being just kind of loitering around Many Things Incorporated for a while, and then Jesse, Jesse's the guy that presides over that giant crystal ball and just sort of pulling him into the situation. So we're just waiting on Milksteak, but it doesn't seem to be working, you're saying?
Well, I clicked on. So basically, I go to my character sheet and just click on the perception.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It worked. Okay, so Milksteak is the only one that glimpses that just before the haggard old woman departed and disappeared and complained about having to reset the traps, you noticed like a little leather pouch at her side that looked kind of like it was glowing a little bit, like out of the top of it. It was really hard to discern, but with a 16, you managed to do so.
Oh, that's a star, isn't it?
Yeah, that might be where the star is hidden.
Okay, so you see the haggard old woman reappears in the same place that she was before and says, "Oh my fucking, what did you do to my boulder? What's this?" And she's holding this crumpled up bit of metal that used to be the portable ram. Yeah. And she's saying, What? You've made it dirty. There's scratches all over it. Why? Why have you done this? At least you didn't go down the other passage. Okay, you're going to need to fuck off. I'm waiting for someone else.
Well,
ask her who she's waiting for.
You can say that. You ask her, what were you going to say?
no, I'm just going to say, we're the ones you're waiting for. We're finally here.
No, I'm looking for the group of ruffians that killed my sister. I have a drawing of them here. And she holds up a drawing of a group of adventuring-looking people that don't look like you guys at all. And she says, so I'm going to ask you one more time nicely to just go away.
Well,
what's in the pouch?
None of your fucking business is what's in the pouch.
well, let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna say, well, how about we barter? We'll just get the pouch stuff, and then we'll be on our merry way.
What, barter? What could you possibly have that I want?
Well, you want us to leave, though, innit?
Well, yes. I do want that.
And you know, we don't want to stick around for any more than you do. We just came here looking for a star, and I reckon that's where you're on the top there.
So you want me to give you something simply to fuck off? What I had already before you arrived?
I mean, that is kind of what barter is, though, isn't it?
Okay, you can make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're essentially offering nothing. Sean, what were you going to say?
I rolled one.
Oh, you did? Hold on. Sean, what were you going to say?
It depends on the outcome of this persuasion check, but if she's not willing to give us a star for nothing in return, then we could maybe ask if we can take the pouch in exchange for finding the people who killed her sister.
Okay.
Or we could give maybe a Ritmel away. We could trade.
Just into slavery.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. So my next move is going to be to stab the hag in the eye.
Okay, cool.
You'll have to fight her.
Okay, I'm going to say you're going to get to do a surprise on that because that's definitely probably unexpected. But before we do that, Asker, you need to roll with disadvantage. So you need to roll again and take the lower of the two. It's a good check.
I rolled that just before I started talking, though.
I know, but the way D&D works is I ask you to make checks, and within a certain context, you don't just roll checks willy-nilly. Okay, with a 22, what happens is she goes, well, I mean, I just kind of found it, and then Rithmal stabs her in the eye. So
God damn it.
We're all gonna roll initiative now.
Fucking hell.
Cool. So I'm just going to see if I can find some icons for you. I need you to roll damage for your sneak attack. So that means if you go to your actions on the character sheet page, it'll be like what do you attack with? A sword or a dagger or something?
Yeah, dagger, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So click the dagger and then send to VTT. Oh, that's good for that part, but we also need the just regular dagger attack.
All right.
Okay. So, oh, cool. Alright, so what's the AC of this creature? Okay, that hits. So you do in total 9 damage to this thing. Sneak attack, you only roll 1 extra d6. That's kind of not as big as it usually is. Okay, so that means 9 damage. Okay, so you stab this haggard old woman in the eye. Where's your... Oh, Rob, you've got to be up here if you're going to stab someone. You stab this haggard old woman in the eye, and she sort of screams and says, "Ow! Why? What? I was just going to give it to you. Why did you..." Ah. All right, now it's Milksteak's turn, because that was sort of the sneak attack. What do you want to do, Milksteak?
So she's still determined to attack us now after Rob stabbed her eye, I guess.
She's probably less positively disposed to you than she was 5 seconds ago.
I'll try to shank her with my ice knife.
Okay, how... Oh, is that a thing you can throw? Is it ranged or melee?
It's a spell. I'm trying to click on it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you click it, it'll give us all the details in the chat, which is handy.
Oh, cast on BTT.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. Testing. Cool. Okay. That's an attack, but what does the actual information about it say?
It's just you do 1d10 damage.
Oh, actually, it says right here, 60 feet. Okay, so you can throw it. But I think that's one that even if you miss, you still do damage, right?
What does it say? Hit or miss the shard, then explodes the target. And each creature within 5 feet, it must succeed dexterity saving throw or take 2d6.
Okay, so it fails, but Rob also needs to make a dexterity saving throw, please. So that means you just go in the top left of your character sheet page, and it'll say saves, and then it'll say dex, and I think if you click that, it should do the saving throw for you, send to VTT or whatever.
Does that work?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 12, you save. Okay, so if they save, they take half or something? How does it work? Sorry, say it again.
They take 2d6
Okay.
as the cold damage.
Yeah, but if they save it though.
Oh no, piercing, hit or miss, the shard then explodes, target each creature within... Oh no, so yeah, he saved himself.
Okay, so what happens if they fail?
They take 2d6 damage.
Okay, so I'll just roll that now because it didn't seem to do it automatically. Okay, cool. So that's 8 damage. Okay, this thing takes 8 damage, and she's like, "Ow! Shards of ice! What? Why?" Okay, cool. So that means it. Would you like to move with your turn, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'll stay, but...
Cool. Next up is Smorgasborden.
Okay. I think I'm generally quite resistant to attack, but I don't want to be a party pooper, so I'll how do I know what I've got against? I've tried to get to my character card. I've got scimitar, produce flame, and unarmed strike.
They're divided up into actions is the first tab of your character sheet in the bottom right quadrant. And then after actions, there's things like spells. And spells and actions tend to be the majority of your offensive capabilities. Features and traits will tell you other bonus things.
Okay. So I'm going to go to... I'm going to attack with my scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, there we go. That definitely hits. So you do 5 slashing damage. Okay, so you strike into her with this attack, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would expect it to. It seems like she's resisting some kinds of damage. So.
Can I also apologize at the same time for my...
Okay. What do you say? What do you say as your apology?
I'll say I'm sorry. I knew you were about to give us the star, but I can't. I can't be seen to be a pussy.
Okay. So I need you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage. So you roll twice. Sorry. What's up, UK?
No, I'm just laughing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So basically, press persuasion check twice.
Me.
Yeah.
Persuasion check. Where's this?
That'll be in the big long list of skills towards the left of the character sheet.
Oh yeah, persuasion. There we go. Twice.
Ooh, that was a weird noise. 11 and 18, disadvantage is 11.
Where's mommy?
Okay, with an 11, she says, what? Why are you apologizing? You just hit me with a sword. Oh, I might die again if this keeps up. And she seems very, like, put out by the whole situation. Would you like to move or stay where you are?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay, cool. Next up is...
But where is he? Is he standing next to her? I don't get it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Schmogsbun, you would have to move over here if you were going to attack.
All right.
Does that make sense? So I've moved you, but do you understand why? Sean?
Sure.
Can Sean hear me?
Oh, where should I go?
Oh, I'm saying I've moved your icon over here because in order to hit her with your scimitar, you would have to be there.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Cool.
Right, okay.
Milk sticks there. Sweet. Next up is this thing's turn. This thing is going to... reach out towards Smorgasborden and see if they can corrupt you. Does a 12 hit you?
How do I know? Sorry, I know.
Your armor class will be top middle of the character sheet. It'll say like a shield and it'll say AC or something. Or armor class. It's like above initiative maybe. Or...
There's proficiency, CHA, wisdom, intelligence, con, dex, stir.
Where was it? Next to your hit points, like below to the left of your hit
Oh, armor
points.
class, sorry, yeah, 12.
12. Okay, so that does hit you. So you're going to take 14 damage of necrotic damage.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Yeah. You feel this sort of like life force get drained out of you, much as they might make raisins. You assume this is how they make raisins. Cool. So therefore... Yeah, what's up?
Do I remove 14 from my
Yeah.
hit
So you
points?
go to your hit points and you just type in 14 and then you put in damage and it should minus them for you.
Oh, I see. Right, got it.
Cool. Do you want to move or stay where you are? If you move, you might attract an attack of opportunity.
Is that bad?
Well, yeah, she might hit you and do more damage, so you might be safer
Yeah, stay
staying
where I
there.
am.
Okay, next up is Asker.
This is bad. It's not good to be here.
Dum 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 dum.
Well, I'm gonna. Let's see. How does this work? Okay, so I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on her.
Ooh. Okay, so she has to make a DC 13 strength save. Let's see how strong she is. Oh my goodness, she has a -5 to strength. Okay, she rolled a 7, so she fails. What happens?
Well, there will be a. I can choose a 5-foot square of unoccupied space, which I guess I'll just do right next to her.
It can be just her space. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So, a medium hand made from compacted soil rises there and reaches for one creature. The target must make a strength check. Blah blah blah. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6.
Why is it rolled
and is
twice?
restrained for the spell's duration.
Okay, cool. I'll just take... I don't know why it's rolled it twice. 2d6 and is restrained. What's the duration? Does she get to make a save at the end of every turn and stuff?
To break out, the restrained target can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save.
At any time they can make that check?
I guess it can use its action, so I guess
Okay,
it's
cool.
on its turn.
That sounds good to me. All right, you see the earthen hand just like reach through the tar-covered like ancient stone tiles, and out of nowhere, just this like hand of Gaia just like starts crushing her semi-translucent form, and you see her go like, "Ow, ow," and she seems very put out by that. Would you like to move or stay where you are?
I'll stay where I am. Oh, and she took that damage too. I rolled the damage. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw.
I minus the 9 bludgeoning
Cool,
damage.
cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah,
next,
no, I'm right where I am.
next up is Rob. What would Rob like to do? I mean, Rithmal. Let me change that. Yep.
Hang on, I'm going into my character sheet.
Actually, in order to cast that, you would probably need to be in here to get like line of sight, or at least like there.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. What are you thinking, Rithmal?
I'd like to use my short bow.
Well, you're like incredibly close up to her, so if you were trying to pull out a bow at close range, but what you can do is if you want to do damage, you can actually sneak attack again because she's currently engaged with one of your allies, Smorgasborden, so you would get to sneak attack again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'll do. I think I'll do the dagger again.
Cool.
Do I need to? I need to hit the roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we get to roll with an advantage if she's restrained?
Oh yes, you're right. You would. So it seems unlikely that you rolled the same number twice. So click it one more time, please, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, wait for it. Maybe it's coming. It's hard to tell, really.
Did that
Oh,
come?
there we go. All right. So with an 8, an 8, and a 3, you managed to stab out with all the confidence of your enormous purple form can muster, and it just manages to hit the earthen hand instead of her. And you think, oh, that was a wasted opportunity. What else would you like to do? You can make a witty remark. You can interact with an object. You could...
Don't sympathise. Don't sympathise.
Yes, she says. Yes, keep stabbing the hand. Keep stabbing it.
Sorry. I clicked the button. Didn't mean to.
Yeah, the only things you can do now, Rob, are like bonus actions or things like that.
What happens if I do sleight of hand? Does that count?
No, you can do that because as a bonus action, that's considered a cunning action. So yeah, what do you want to do with your sleight of hand?
So with my sleight of hand, I want to make her think that I'm going to attack her with the dagger again, to make her go one way, but I'm actually gearing up to do something else, or to give someone else an opportunity to do something.
Okay.
I'm using the dagger motion as a distraction, basically.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check. That sounds fun.
Did you get that?
Let's give it a few seconds. It's a little bit like waiting for a bus to arrive.
Oh.
And I think my internet's going funny.
Yeah, you left the thing.
Oh, you're back now.
Oh, that was back.
Try clicking it
Yeah,
again.
sorry, my internet's going shit.
That's all right.
We'll try it again.
Oh, here we go. 16. Yeah. You managed to like lunge and fake her out essentially. So the next person to attack will get advantage. Congratulations, you've been incredibly crafty. Next up is Milksteak. What would Milksteak like to do?
We can't hear you, dude. Are you muted?
Oh, he's thinking. He's adjusting. Da-da-da-da.
You still can't hear you.
He's working hard. You can see it on his tech savvy face. Yeah, we can hear you. What would you like to accomplish or do or attempt?
I'm just was looking at the druid transformation bits, and I cannot find anywhere. Can you remind me where they are?
You're on the shot clock here, Aranas. Imagine you're playing like that basketball game on the Sega Mega Drive.
There, what's going on?
It's a bit of a deep cut, really. It's probably just me that played that.
NBA Jam Funnel Edition.
Yeah, there's a shot clock, I swear, at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so DC 11. So what you're doing Moonbeam. Okay, so I need to do a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Ready, bang. Oh, she rolls a 4. Sorry, what were you saying, Esker?
Yeah, so no, I was just wondering how it works. But I guess she rolls with a disadvantage then, right?
Does she roll Constitution saves with a disadvantage? What does it say for
No, I'm just wondering,
restrained?
since she's restrained. I was just wondering how restraint works.
You would get advantage on attacks, but I would say it's with disadvantage, but she failed anyway.
Roll a 4 anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering how it works.
Awesome. So that's 4 damage, and
so
I think
I need to roll 2d10.
oh no, it's already it already did it for you. So basically, with Moonbeam though, it means it can like stay up, and I think you can use it again the next turn without having to cast it again.
Yeah.
Cool. Because it already rolled the damage for you, and we might as well just use it. All right.
Okay.
Next up is. Oh, do you want to move anywhere else?
No, I'm
Sweet.
trying to view from there.
Schmorgasborden, the deeply injured's turn. That can be your new title.
Deeply injured and corrupted as well.
Yeah, but she is restrained, so that's handy.
So what does corrupted mean? Does that mean I attack my own people?
No. That would be if you were possessed or something. It's just necrotic damage.
Right.
So imagine you're partially raisined. All the moisture and life force has been sucked out. Yeah.
So how do I find? Is it right that it seems to me that in my attack I've got scimitar, produce flame, unarmed strike. For my action, I can't see anything other than unarmed strike and wild shape. Are there other things available?
So hold on. Under your actions, you're seeing your weapons like scimitar and everything.
Yeah.
So those are all your like weapon actions. But if you go into spells, those would be your spell actions.
There we go. Spells. Is there anything to like cure myself a little bit?
You might have. I don't know if you have cure wounds. To be honest, I think that's more of a cleric thing. If you had a healing potion, you could use one. But I don't know if you do. You could look to your friends in askance. You could do a little dance. You could pray.
Little diggy.
I'm just going to attack. Fuck it. I'm going to go and attack her with. What does that do? Would a thunderclap hurt people? No, that'll hurt my friends too. Now you know what I'm just going to attack with produce flame.
Go for it.
Well, I'm still trying to work out what other things I can do in this thing. I'm just going to produce flame.
It's going to be produced. I can feel it.
Cast on VTT. Is that a thing?
That's the one.
It's a different button.
Ooh.
Yeah, it changed. It used to say beyond 20. Now it says cast on VTT, but I guess it's the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, wow. A 23. Wow. That'll count.
Oh, yes. That's going to burn, fucker.
7 damage.
What happened to the pacifist?
What happened to the what?
I'm a new troll now, or whatever I am.
I'm a new half-orc now. Okay, cool. Do you move or stay where you are?
Yeah.
You get the sense that if she tried to do an attack of opportunity, it would probably be with disadvantage because she's restrained.
Oh, I wish I knew what that meant. Does that...
It just means it's harder for her to hit you if you run away.
I'll do that then.
Okay, so move wherever you would like to move. Where do you want to go? You can actually move your character if you just click and drag it.
Can you go... Is there like a limited amount you can do?
Yes, but I'll tell you when you get to that limit. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, you'd be closer to sort of like parallel with Aska because you would have to go around the long way. Okay, so she's going to try and attack you.
Did I hurt her, by the way? Did that get through?
Yes, that one did hurt her. Okay, so she fails because your AC is probably more than 8. So that didn't... She reaches out with her little touch but can't get between the giant fingers of the earthen hand. And that means it is her turn. Everybody... She just screams incredibly loudly, and everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, we got a 60... Oh, we got some... Oh, that's not so good.
Oh, no.
Oh, it rolled twice for me for some reason. That's weird.
Okay, so that's a 13 and that's a 19. Okay, so what happens is everybody seems to resist this and sort of like shake it off, except for Schmorgasborden, who drops to 0 hit points and falls unconscious on the ground.
Oh, dear.
But the rest of you, actually within 30 feet, yeah. The rest of you guys are... okay, cool. All right, so you're unconscious for the moment, so we're going to deal with that in a second. So that means you'll need to make death saving throws unless someone stabilizes you. So next up is Asker's turn.
How do you stabilize someone that's dying?
You make a medicine check. And if you have like herbalism tools or anything, then you can probably do it with advantage. But I don't think you have that kind of training. You have tinkerer's tools.
Yeah. Well, I'll try it though.
Go for it. Oh yeah, with the 16, you're stabilized as fuck.
Yeah.
So now you don't have to make
got you,
death saving
bro.
throws, which is great. So you basically lean down and just sort of like use your tinkerer's tools to like staple his wounds together, and you're like, yeah, that'll hold. Awesome. So that's your action. You can also move and use a bonus action.
Greg.
Yeah, exactly. It's good camaraderie. So
Yeah.
you can move and use a bonus action, but I don't think you have one unless I'm mistaken. So do you
I'll
want
just
to...
move here.
You're going to go there? Okay, sweet. Rithmal, what would you like to do?
Did you say she has a dead sister?
She did say that, yes.
All right, cool. I've got a disguise kit. I'd like to dress up as her dead sister and start mentally abusing her.
Okay, walk me through like how you're going to know what her sister looks like. You're just going to make an
fuck, I didn't
assumption
think
based
that.
on her appearance?
Yeah. I'm gonna assume they're similar. If she's a hag, her sister's not gonna be much better, is she?
Okay,
So
sweet.
I'll just dress up as another hag.
Okay, I'm going to need you to... All right, in order for this to be plausible, you're going to probably need to... It's going to be difficult to do this in front of her. So I'll say you probably want to move away and
I
try
run
to...
behind a rock. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move you over here. She's going to try and attack you, but she has to do it with disadvantage because she's restrained. Yeah, luckily she doesn't hit you. So you're going to go over there, and you're going to hide, and you're going to do a dexterity check. Do you have a disguise kit, right?
Do I have
So
what? Sorry, you broke
You
up
have a
there.
I need you to roll a dexterity check, and then we're going to add 2 to it. So just click on the dexterity skill at the very top of the page.
Yeah.
Okay, 15. Wow, okay. You...
That's right, motherfucker.
Smorgasbord, just as you're coming to consciousness, you lean over, blood coming out of your neck, and you see this woman that looks almost identical to the woman that just killed you, and you have a small heart attack. So make a constitution, have a constitution saving throw, Smorgasborden.
Oh dear.
Okay, with an 8, you wet yourself copiously. Awesome.
This
So
game's eerily accurate.
Rithmal, that's gonna be your. Actually, I'll say you could do that. I think it's gonna be. All right, I'll say you can 5'10", and you come back out here, and you look convincingly like her, and she's gonna roll an insight check to see how fooled she is by this. Wisdom, insight. Okay, with a 14, you rolled higher. She says, "You're alive? What? You look so different. What happened to your hair and your complexion? What? I've been here for months trying to avenge you. Where did this come from?" And she like squeals around a little bit. What do you say in response to this?
I tell her I never loved her and I look different because of all the years of shame of being related to her.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d4. She takes 4 psychic emotional damage from the insult.
Yes.
Okay. After that impressive quick change type mummery, we're gonna move on to Milksteak.
I'm gonna turn myself into a warhorse.
Okay. Do you have warhorse
And I'm gonna-
stats? Actually, I think
yes.
I do. Watch. Let's do something cool. I'll show you what I mean. Warhorse. Variant. No, it's gonna be this one, and I'm gonna actually just drag you on here, and then we will see what we will see. Oh wow, this thing is enormous. Is this a large creature? Holy moly, I don't think it's gonna fit. All right, I'm gonna have to move Milksteak off to get this character on. Okay, so you basically take up 4 squares instead of 1. All right, what do you do as a warhorse?
I'm gonna gallop next to Rob and let him jump on me so he can ride away.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna try to shuffle around here, You can move through the space of an ally. Do you? Okay, so Rithmal can prepare to jump onto your back on his next turn, but it's going to be a very weird thing for her sister to do. But we're going to see how it works. All right, so I'm going to probably put you just, I don't know, here, because there's not that much room. Okay, next up is Smorgasbord.
Okay, so do I have health back now after that previous thing?
Yeah, you're at 1 HP. Actually, no, stabilizing just means you're on 0 HP, so you're actually still unconscious. So your turn goes by with you sort of like woozily groaning on the ground. I mean, it's better than dying, but it is kind of annoying. I apologize. But you also notice out of the corner of your eye that this like crushed creature is not looking good. So she is going to try to... She's going to use her action to make... What was it, Yuka? Like a constant strength saving throw. Okay, she got a natural 1, so that's a fail. She's going to go, Sister, why didn't you come earlier? And next up is Asker.
Right. I'm just gonna try and kill her.
Mm-hmm.
With my with the firebolt that I'm casting.
Nice. Okay, firebolt 17. That hits. It does 10 fire damage. Holy moly! All right, you see, she's got all these scorch marks across her face, and she looks like she's on death's door. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Like summon a warhorse or anything?
No, I'm just gonna shout, "Yield!"
Okay. I'll say make a persuasion check with advantage, because she's kind of fucked up anyway.
Sam,
Yes.
shouldn't she take the damage from the moonbeam continuous
Well, you have to
burn
use...
of the...
You have to use your action to do... What does the language of Moonbeam say? Like, you don't have to cast it
It's just
again.
No. It's just every turn if she's staying in the same position.
Let me look it up. Hold on.
So spells.
Moonbeam.
It leaves like a area.
Starts at 10. That is in gold. Making Oh, nice. Okay. On each of your turns after you cast this spell, you can use your action to move the beam. But otherwise, yeah. Okay. So I'll say because we didn't do that, she falls unconscious within this scorching beam of moonlight, and you see her kind of corpse just clutters to the ground through the gaps in this giant earthen hand, and we're out of combat. What would you see the card, as you remember, is flashing even more than before. What would you like to do?
I just gotta say, I think it's quite funny that both times now when I've tried to persuade her to give us the shit, I've rolled really high. I just rolled a natural 20 for persuasion, but instead we just fuck her up anyway.
Yeah, at that exact time, someone else is either stabbing or moonbeaming her in the face. But at least, this was a good way for us to all know what our abilities are. Okay, so what do you do now? The corpse is kind of lying on the ground, flaking like dandruff. Oh, we lost Rob for a sec there.
Sorry, yeah, my internet logging back in.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to use my hooves to open that satchel.
Okay.
Please don't.
Make a dexterity check with disadvantage. Anyone else can do whatever they like. And I'll say you're conscious by now, Sean, because that tends to be how stabilized works. So you're back with 1 HP, but you feel fragile.
So how do I do that? Do I add 1 to my HP by going into the thing?
Yeah, D&D Beyond, you can just press like
HP
heal by 1, and it should take you from the death screen to the healed normal screen. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. 21 and 20. Yeah, you managed to point the pointy part of your hooves in just the right spot to open the drawstring pouch, and you see this like yellow shard of glowing rock like tumbles out.
Well, I'll take the card then and just, I guess, hold it towards it or something.
Okay. You see that her essence, or sort of her corpse, starts to become this little gray mist that gets pulled towards the card. Sorry, not her. The fragment of the yellow piece of rock starts to turn into like this mist and get pulled towards the card. But then the card like starts flashing almost like erratically, and the process stops. And you look at the card, and it's got like half of a blurry picture of like a piece of rock, and the piece of glowing yellow rock is still there. And you get the sense that make a Arcana check. Wow, that was 5 rolls of dexterity. Okay, with an 18, you're pretty confident with your knowledge of magical items that this something has malfunctioned. And with an 18, you also know that this yellow piece of rock seems to have considerable arcane power. You're not quite sure what it's used for, but it's very potent.
I'll pick. Do I think it's safe to hold it?
The rock? Yeah, you think it's safe. Yeah, just powerful.
Well, I'll just take the pouch and pick it up and and with the rock in it and see if it works if I'm closer with it or whatever.
Okay. You put the card towards it and it doesn't react the way it did before. Even with the proximity, it seems to have gone like inert almost. And your knowledge indicates that this is not what's supposed to happen.
So the card was faulty, probably.
You presume.
Well, I'll take the rock then. I'll just keep it and then I think we should just go back and tell them that you fuckers gave us a faulty card, but we got the rock here, so you sort this out and pay us double.
Cool. So I'll say Rithmal. Jesse also told you as you were sent to join the rest of your party that the way that you can return to Many Things Incorporated is by holding on to a successfully captured card and then just sort of like willing yourself to return. So you tell that to the group, I presume?
Oh, that's good to know. Well, we have one successful card now, don't we? Should we just go back then, you think? Or do you guys want to explore more?
Let's explore, maybe.
Because she did say when we came in, I'm glad you didn't go into the other thing, but I guess it's just more traps and monsters and shit.
Let's loot your shit.
Yeah, there might be some treasure. Should we have a look around?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a quick piss while you guys do that. I'll be right back.
Okay, so which direction do you guys head in?
Manuel.
So
You're in a room with...
here.
Oh, okay, you're going to walk that way. Nice.
is it this way? No, this way. This way.
You came from over here, and you're currently here. Rithmal, you see on your right, there's this... make a perception check, Rithmal.
Cool.
And anyone, you're no longer in turns, so you guys can do or say whatever you would like. Perception.
I can't move.
Oh, you can't? Oh, that's because you can't...
It's
Oh,
a
your
horse.
warhorse. Let me just give you... I'm going to say you turn back into your normal person.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. So you notice, Rithmal, on the right-hand side, just here, there's a little piece of wall that looks different from the rest of the pieces of the wall. And you presume that this is kind of... I'll say the rest of your party was like, oh, you remember that secret wall we went through? That was interesting. And you assume that that must be it.
Can I use my thieves' tools on that wall, or is that not right?
Well, with an illusionary wall, you can just walk through it. If it was a locked door, you could use it.
All right, okay. So what? The wall is like a magic wall.
Yes, precisely.
Oh yeah, I walk through it.
Nice. Okay. As you walk through it, you see the passage opens up into this chamber filled with liquid tar on the bottom and a black sort of basalt rock with a symbol that looks... Maybe I could draw it just to be fun. It looks vaguely like this. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great drawing, but that's vaguely what it looks like.
Where should I be looking?
Well, it should appear just next to, like, right here. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Hold on. Right here.
I can't see it.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
on the map on roll 20. Do you see where you are, Rob, on roll 20?
Yeah.
Do you see that red drawing?
Oh yeah, now I do. Yeah, sorry, I was zoomed in.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Do I have to choose how I interact with it?
Well, how you interact with the rock? Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You can do something. The rest of the party can do something. You're choosing to explore this area, but
Um,
I need to know
what
how
do you
or
want to do,
what.
guys? I'm stumped. Yeah.
I'll go in there as well then. So I'll go and stand and see if I can. If I can understand what it is.
Okay. With the rock, you'll need to make a Arcana check. Okay. With a 12, you get the sense that this rock is sort of has a lot of arcane energy running through it, but you don't know where it's going. It seems like it's drawing it from something and then sending it somewhere else. With a 6, you think that rock looks sharp and you should probably be careful about touching it. Cool.
What do we want to do? Do we think it's valuable?
Let's take it.
It looks like it weighs
big is
about
it?
600 pounds.
Oh, wow. Okay, now.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, it's kind of like roughly, it's longer than it is wide. It's got a sort of like geometric crystalline sort of shape to it.
Can I cast detect magic on and just see if it's anything around it? Maybe we can activate it somehow.
Sure, you get a very strong magical aura coming off of it, and also in the 10 feet sort of radius around it. And it seems like the aura gets stronger the closer towards the rock the aura gets.
What's that black square? Is that the rock?
Yeah, I mean, that's the top view of the rock. I just wanted like a symbolic representation.
Cool. Right.
You hear the dripping of
Can
tar
you insert anything
distantly.
into that rock? Is there any like? Can I roll like perception just to look around if anything is?
That'll be investigation if you're looking for like a slot in the side of it or something.
Because maybe we can put that magic rock that we found from that hag inside.
Okay, with a 12, you don't notice any other sort of holes or gaps on the rock other than the carved indentation of sort of the rectangle symbol with like a line going through it or into it.
I'll give it a go as well then, can I?
Okay, yeah, roll investigation. 15. Okay. Yeah, you similarly don't find anything that resembles a slot. You do notice that it gets a little pointier towards the very bottom, almost like it's been like a wooden stake like stuck into the ground.
Can we throw something at it? See if it kind of, if we throw like something else, it might destroy it.
Go for it. Throw whatever you want.
Okay, so I throw another small rock that isn't magical at it.
Okay. It just hits the rock and bounce off, much as you would expect it to.
Should we try and like pull it down and see what happens? It might be powering like the portals and all that shit. Do we want to try and like? Because you're not a warhorse anymore, and sorry, I was thinking if we can if you can pull it, kind of thing.
Alright, well, if you have a couple of ropes, I can transform into.
I got rope. I'll put some rope around it and see if we can, without you bothering transforming, if we can see if we can pull it. So I'll see if I can put some rope at the top to see if we can topple it.
Okay, so you tie some rope around, and are you just going to pull by yourself?
To start with, yeah.
Okay, give us a athletics or strength check, please.
Sorry, what was that? Athletics?
Or strength.
Yeah.
Okay, with a 10, you pull quite a lot, and you get the feeling that the rope is having a harder time keeping up with your pull rather than the rock. Like, it's not a great pull.
Okay.
It's a fairly medium pull.
Do you guys want to give me a hand?
So join in. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's all
So-
join in.
Okay, so whoever is the strongest, I suppose, can roll with advantage because they've got all these people helping them. Whoever's strength score is the highest is probably the one that's going to have the largest influence.
I've got +3. Strength. I've got 16 +3.
Okay,
Or is
that's
that-
probably you, so you can roll 2 strength checks.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn myself into a warhorse, and we can maybe attach the ropes to me.
Okay, with a 16, you pull on the rope and you notice the rope starting to like stretch out a bit. You notice a couple of strands starting to fray, but then you notice the rock like tilts a little bit. It only like a couple of inches, but you get the sense that it's like shifted in the rocky foundation that it is encased within.
But I'll ask Rob Rithmol. Could you just climb on top and jump on the top? I would do it, but I'm tiny, so it won't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
You jump on top of it and just stand on the top of it.
Have I got? Can we try to see if fire reacts to it at all?
Yeah, go for it. Do you have
Because if
fire?
there's tar underneath, maybe fire will react. So maybe I try lighting it up in some way.
Okay, so you're lighting the rock or the ground beside it?
The rock to see if it has any reaction to the flame.
Okay. Are you just lighting a torch, like one of those things that Indiana Jones has when he goes into a temple?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You do that, and you see the fire starts to like warm up the rock, like much as it would warm any rock, but you don't notice any other sort of unusual behavior.
Fuck.
It does start to smell worse in here because you're warming up the tar, and that doesn't smell great. So yeah, it feels like when you go past the roadworks on like a main road or something.
Okay.
Maybe
That was
we
my
just
great idea.
maybe we could set fire to the tar because the tar might be linked to that. It might be there's that tar trail heading into here. Maybe the tar is linked to like a tar monster or something.
Should we all just move away then? Step out so we're not standing on the tar, and then see if we can.
Yeah, and then set fire to the tar.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Okay, so you all move
Do
into
that.
this corridor. Who's
Yeah.
doing the lighting?
I can just shoot a firebolt at it
Okay.
from a distance.
All right, I'll say you do that. It catches a light very easily, and you get that sort of like wall of heat hit you, and you wait for a little while. 5 minutes, 2 minutes go past, let's say, and it starts to settle down the flames a little bit. The rock seems undisturbed.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you have more ideas, go for it, but you can do other things if you would like to.
Yeah, fuck it. I want to see. I want to see. It's like I'm just gonna use my guy, like, because this here is another entrance here, right?
It's another corridor, yeah.
So I'll go down there and see what's what.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it.
Okay, with a 14, you manage to just step out of the way as you feel this plate start to give a little bit, but you step off just in time. And you get the sense that it's a similar mechanism to the one you disarmed previously, or avoided previously.
And that's as far down as we can see, is it?
Well, it's quite dark in there, unless you take the torch in. Do you take the torch in?
And I'll just shoot another firebolt down the corridor. See if we
Okay.
can see
I'll
where it
say
ends.
you see this, and then it goes against the wall.
Right. That would. What about like down here? Like, is that like that continues around there, doesn't it?
Yeah, you see this.
All right. Can I? Can I do like a? I don't know, like a stealth. Like, can I sneak? So I'm sort
Yeah.
of
Make a stealth
prepared.
check. Yeah, make a stealth check. Okay, we've got an 11 stealth. All right, you feel medium stealthy. Where are you going?
Let's see, like moving up here. See what's around the corner.
You see, you still got the torch, right? Oh, well, if you don't have a torch, you'd probably have to cast more firebolts, right?
Yeah, I can just get a torch up.
Okay, you've got a torch. You see probably this far.
Okay, shall I come through this way with a torch?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Try and meet you halfway.
Cool. Sean, make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, okay, with an 18,
Right.
you managed to step back just in time before stepping on that plate.
Oh man.
But with your torch, you managed to see down the corridor. Is Milksteak going down this corridor?
I don't know. So you're still there?
Having technical oh, he
Yeah.
muted it. Oh, yeah. So you're going down that one? Okay. What are you doing in that corridor?
Me.
Yes, what are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah. Just looking
Okay.
where it leads.
Make a perception check.
Perception check, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Where is perception?
It'll be in the list of skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh no, it doesn't sound good.
How can be that?
Okay, you feel a bear trap close around your ankle, and you take six piercing damage. But you see that the corridor looks like that. So you get the sense after you guys you drew a line.
Yeah, that was me. I was just trying. I just tried to see how it works.
You get the sense that these are all parallel corridors that were all trapped. That
Yeah.
but you managed to decipher its meaning after careful inspection. Cool. What else would you like to do now?
Well, I'm just gonna draw again. So I'm just thinking like a bit further down, like down here. We never went there, did we?
No, you went left instead of right.
Because and this here, that's where that boulder was.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably
No.
closer to like there.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking, is it worth going back just to see if there's any loot sort of in here?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do that, or should we just fuck off? There might not be anything, and we might just be wasting loads of time, like triggering all her traps.
Yeah, exactly. She was saying that she set up, like, rearmed most of the traps when she disappeared the first time.
Exactly. Yeah, and it feels like she wouldn't be putting her loot there, would she? She would keep it where she is here. Should we just go back?
We can go back. She did say, thank God you didn't go the other way, implying
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff
thinking.
was bad. Yeah. So if we'd gone the other way, maybe we wouldn't have got trapped. But we can just go, just in
but it
case. I've only got one health.
Yeah, it might just have been like more monsters that she was happy we didn't go and kill, kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. Should we just go back then and use the card that successfully did the thing?
Cool. Is that what you guys would like to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have it out with them for the
Sweet.
broken
Rithmul also newly joined, newly returning.
Yeah, I'm in.
Cool. All right. In that case, we're gonna do a little transition here. As who has the card? Oh, it'd be Sean's character. So Smorgasborden, you hold on to the card and you will yourself to return to Many Things Incorporated, and you see this. Okay. So where it takes you back is. Where am I going to access this? Do you see the new area in front of you?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you come back to that chamber that you left with Jesse in, and I won't
Right.
put you guys. I suppose I might as well. What did I do with all those tokens? Where did they go? Ugh, now I'm gonna have to go grab them. Sorry, I gotta grab them from the other page, and then I'll paste them on this page. All right, so you find yourself back in that crystal room with Jesse that you guys left via. Rithmul a bit later than the others, and Jesse comes up to Rithmul and says, "Oh, you made it. Phew! Ah, my job was on the line there for a second. This is much more animated than you'd seen him previously, and you managed to remember the way to get back. This is amazing. So, how did it go? How did it go?"
Should we mention broken card?
Yeah, I'll pull up the card that the star card, the failed one, and say this one didn't work. What's up with that, dude?
He looks closely. He doesn't touch it though. He just sort of leans in and says, "Oh, okay. That's weird. It's sort of like half an image there. All right. After you've spoken to Zane for your reward, I would get him to put you in touch with Melville. Melville might be able to help you with that."
Right, but it's still valid though, right?
I mean, to be honest, that's not really my area. Zane is a pretty fair arcane construct. I'm sure he'll give you some sort of way of dealing with it. I mean, to be honest, Melville will probably be able to fix it, and then you can just claim it as normal.
All right. Well, let's go and talk to Zane then.
Okay, he sort of gestures over his shoulder at the piece of wall that you came in via, but it's kind of hard to tell because all the wall looks the same to you.
Cool. Well, I guess we'll just walk out through that wall.
Sorry, Rob, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, so everybody make a intelligence check.
Intelligentsia. Bam.
Whoa, natural 20. 2 in a row, in fact. Okay, Aranas. One more check to come from Sean, I think.
Yeah, sorry, my D&D Beyond just went crazy, and it's
What did it do, sorry?
it just went on to a different page. I clicked on a button, and it what I thought was intelligence, and it went to a different, whole different thing. So here we go.
Aranas, you clicked intelligence save. You need to click intelligence check. Or just the intelligence
How you differentiate between those?
So an intelligence check would be going up to your raw stats at the top and clicking on the intelligence thing, and then you click within that.
Is it this one? Is it gonna work?
Nice. Okay. So what happens is Rithmul strides out ahead, having most recently come via this invisible wall, and probably has the greatest recollection of it. And he does like a little backflip through the invisible wall and just disappears through it. And then we see Milksteak sort of like shuffle along confidently, and then we see Asker sort of tentatively step through, like just cautiously, but still makes it through. And then no one sees except for Jesse. Smorgasborden sprints into a solid wall and just sort of falls onto the ground. And Jesse says, "It's a little bit to the left." Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's just a little bit to the left. I should have been more specific. I'm so sorry. Cool. So you eventually find your way through, and you find yourself in this chamber. Cool. And so this is the window that you spoke to Zane, the arcane construct, via previously, and the rest of it is just this big open space that currently doesn't have any one-eyed jacks in it, so it's just you guys are the only team in there. What would you like to do?
I'll just walk up to the counter thing.
Okay. You see
Hey Zane.
you see Zane on the other side, and he says, "Ah, hello. It's so nice to see you again. I take it you have successfully completed your mission?"
Sort of. This card doesn't work, and I'll show him the faulty one.
Okay, he takes it from you gently and looks at it and says, "Ah, we've seen something similar before, but not quite like this. I'll show you where to take that in just a moment. You'll need to see Melville. Do you have any other cards that you want to claim?"
Well, we do one more, no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you present the Flames card. Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you give him the Flames card?
Yeah, definitely. And
He says, yes, excellent. This seems to have worked perfectly. And now out of the game, I can't remember how much gold you guys agreed upon because you negotiated. Do you guys remember?
yeah.
I think he said 5 for the star, but we negotiated to 7.
Yeah, 7 rings bell. And he says, 700 gold, as I recall. And he reaches under the table and just plonks this pouch of gold in front of you.
7,000. Sorry.
I honestly can't remember. Was it? Or are you trying to negotiate with him?
Oh no, it was, yeah.
Okay, he says 7,000 gold. Very well done. This is just the character knows, but me, the human being, can't remember.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he says, "Thank you very much. You completed this task." And then he tilts his head and his eyes kind of flicker a little bit. "Quicker than average for the last 30 days. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Well, what do we do with the faulty one?
Ah, yes. What you need to do is, and he points roughly down to the bottom section of the chamber, and he says, "If you go through that wall down there, you'll find Melville's chamber. He'll be able to help you with that card."
All right. Should we go down and see Melville?
Yeah, everything here sounds like DVLA.
DVLA.
Swear to God, with a name like Melville, I want to stab him in the eye.
What's DVLA?
It's like a
Road, the driving test.
A driving test?
Yeah,
Well,
it's like the Department of Transport in UK, that type of thing.
As in
DMV.
Oh, the people's names sound like they work at the DVLA, or the bureaucracy sounds like the DVLA?
bureaucracy.
Oh, yes. You get the sense that there's a lot of bureaucracy in this corporation, yeah. Okay, so everybody needs to roll me another intelligence check, please. I can't remember where 1 ends. Okay, so 17, 16, 7, and then we need one more. Who are we waiting on? Sean, Aska? Oh, there we go. Cool. All right, so what happens is this time Smorgasborden really was paying attention, and so he sort of strides with his hand out successfully through the gap, and we see that Asker quite confidently goes through. This has not been an issue for him. Then, sort of not wanting to push his luck, Rithmal goes through at a more leisurely, less backflippy sort of pace. And then Milksteak, sort of not really paying attention, just sort of gazing around at the room, slams his cheek into the wall, and just, you can see this like imprint of the wall on his cheek when he eventually makes his way through.
Stupid bitch.
All right. So what you find is you guys all pile into this fairly small little chamber, and it's one of the most bizarre chambers you've seen. There's a little bed to the left of you, and there's these books, like 4 or 5 of them, hanging from chains from the ceiling, and they're open to like a random page, and they're just sort of dangling there by their spine. At the far end of the room is more bookcases, more desks with open documents and knickknacks all cluttered around. And in the center of the room is another Intient who seems kind of like he's got what could be 5 o'clock shadow if this creature was more human, but it looks vaguely just sort of like that skin is a darker shade. And he says, who are you? What are you? Are you here to to bring chaos or bring harmony? What is it that you do?
Well, we want you to bring harmony to us because this card isn't working.
Oh. Perhaps. And he reaches out his hand. Do you give it to him?
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
just let me get my notes. He doesn't take this long to pause. Actually, I'll say he examines it carefully for a number of moments. Okay, all right. He says, I haven't seen something like this since he left. It's very unusual. I should be able to fix it. And then he reaches over to one of these books hanging from the ceiling and looks at it and sort of refers to it and like throws the card on his desk and seems to like forget you're there for a second. You also see next to the desks and the bookshelves at the back is another sort of like rack of like a mixture of like scrolls and potions and armor and all these kind of weird knickknacks that look much more exciting, especially to Rithmal, who sees like their value and their utility to him.
I take the scrolls if I can. Is it my go?
There's no go when you're not in combat, so you can attempt to. So make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, yeah, I want the scrolls.
Of course you do.
I love that scrolls were what he decided were the most valuable.
Yeah, because it's, you know, God knows what's written on them.
Exactly.
That's true.
Could not. That's a wonderfully accurate point. Cool. So have you rolled a thingamajig? Oh, where is it? Sleight of hand. Okay, with an 11, you see Melville, like, without even looking up from his book, say, "Don't touch!" And then he doesn't even finish the sentence before he keeps reading. And he says, "Okay, I'll be able to fix this for you. It'll take me probably until tomorrow morning, and then you should be able to claim it as normal. I haven't seen this since he left. I mean, can't be. And then he sort of looks off into the distance like Zach Braff in Scrubs, and he says, I mean, what would he want? What does he ever want? No one found out. No one really seems to. I mean, maybe it would bring more, less confusion." And then he's just sort of trailing off.
It's more confusion, bro, because all I see is a lack of paycheck because something's fucked up with his card.
He's that guy anyway.
Sorry, you're asking him who is that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
He says, he seems to know what you mean, even though he'd gone on 3 sentences of rambling since then. And he says, yeah, I mean, he was a one-eyed jack, but he was always pulling pranks like this. And he holds up the half card that failed. He was always pulling pranks like this, generally doing things in the most difficult. Yes, difficult. Maybe he's trying to make it more difficult. And you get the sense that that's the description that he has available for this person that he's referring to. And he says, and he turns to ask her, Rest, you look injured. He looks particularly at Smorgasbord, and you look more injured than alive.
Can I get like a receipt or something for this? Because I don't want to come back tomorrow and you pretend you don't know where this thing is, because it's a lot of money, dude.
You see he opens his hand and a small wooden duck appears in his hand, and he gives it to you and he says, "Here, take this." And you assume that's his receipt.
All right, I'll take the wooden duck.
Okay, you can add to your inventory small wooden duck, and it matches your actual rubber duck quite well.
I'll name him Bob.
While you're here, would you like to purchase anything? Especially you, and he turns to Rithmal in the background. Would you like a scroll?
No, I don't want to buy anything.
I laugh. He doesn't. He says, "Okay, what about you and you?" And he doesn't actually indicate who he's talking about.
Well, what do you got?
Well, I have potions of healing, scrolls of flying, purifying food and drink. I have pipes of haunting. Armor of resistance.
How much are the potions of healing?
Say, who says what?
How much are the potions of healing?
Well, there is potion of healing, normal, regular healing. That costs 50 gold. Then you have potions of greater healing, which are 150 gold. And then you have superior healing, which are 450 gold. And lastly, and this was quite difficult to... difficult. Did he... No, he couldn't have made that.
Stay on subject, bro.
Hi. What was I saying? Oh, healing. Yes, supreme healing, which is 1,300 gold. What can I interest you in?
We have the gold right now between us, don't we, from before?
I mean, the gold for your card is yours, so you got all of it, because that's what we agreed, wasn't it? That we get me and Milksteak get the gold for our card, and you get the gold for yours.
Oh, right. So I've got 7,000 gold.
Yeah, so it's up to you how you choose to deal with it.
I started off being nice. So I'm going to keep all that gold. It's all mine, and you get to keep all yours. So
Okay,
now
so
I'm going to
what's
spend
gonna
some
happen?
on what's the second most expensive? You know, like you get wine in a restaurant, but like the second cheapest healing potion.
Okay. The second most expensive or the second cheapest?
The second cheapest, yeah.
Okay, so that would be a potion of greater healing for 150 gold.
Yeah, I'll get me some of that, please.
Okay, cool. I will... Okay, so that's 4d4 plus 4. So if you can write that in, I don't know, your notes or on your character, in your equipment. Actually, in your equipment list, you'll just be able to type in greater healing potion and it'll come up. But whenever you drink it, it restores 4d4 plus 4 health to you. Cool. Excellent.
You
What
were
else?
mentioning something about haunting.
Oh, yes.
Like those.
Yes. The pipes of haunting. That's a nice one.
What do they do?
Well, they're an instrument. Do you play any musical instruments?
I dabble.
But actually, do you have proficiency in any musical instruments?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if you can play one, you use an action to play them, and they have a sort of eerie tune, and anyone that hears them within 30 feet has to succeed a wisdom saving throw, or they become frightened of you for 1 minute. And
Ooh, I'll take it.
okay, he says, where are my notes? Wait, that's not right. Sorry, just let me open it up again.
And by that, I imagine it's like a bagpipe, yeah?
Yeah, they're kind of, it's like two recorders from primary school, you know, like, except two recorders kind of like stuck together at a weird angle. He says, that is 6,000 gold.
I'll take it.
You have 6,000 gold?
We got five.
Yeah, we got diamonds.
Oh, yeah, you have diamonds. Okay, so how many diamonds, how much is it worth? How many diamonds do you have?
One diamond is worth like 25,000, I think.
No,
and I got 5.
One is 5,000.
Oh,
So we got 25,000 worth of golden diamonds.
Okay, in that case, I'll say he takes 2 of your diamonds and he says...
No, I'll give 1 diamond.
Okay, make a deception check.
Is this check?
No, that's perception. You need deception.
Oh, deception. Where's deception? Literally cannot see deception.
It's alphabetical, I think.
Yeah. Clicking it now.
Oh, nice. He says, this is a very nice diamond. Here you go. And he's gonna, what's it called? Pipes of haunting. Just give me 1 second and I will show it to you. You can actually search for it in the little eye icon in the top right hand corner, and it'll tell you all the stuff. Show it to everyone.
Ah, nice.
So maybe that can stay in your, I don't know how you can keep it. I think it's in all your players. You should have access to it now, even if I get rid of it, right?
It should be in the inventory, right?
It's in the journal. So if you click on the little icon beside the eye in the top right-hand corner, it should be available as like a little red piece of paper.
Oh yeah, Pipes of Haunting. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Is there anyone else that would like anything? I should get to work on this card pretty soon.
Yeah.
I try stealing the scrolls again.
Okay, when you've previously failed a check, attempting it again makes it more difficult, but you can still attempt to do it, so go for it.
What if I attempt to steal something else? Is the check still worse?
Yeah. Well, if the something else you were trying to steal was in like a different place or supervised by a different person, maybe. But because you're literally in the same spot with the same person, it's like the same check.
Okay. Yeah, I try and steal it again.
All right. Let's see how this goes. Dum dum.
So I check
Dum, dum, dum,
sleight of hand, do I?
Yeah, that's the one. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum.
Fucking hell.
And he says, You need to leave. This
I'm
is
going
not the
anyway."
place for stealing. Sorry, what was that?
No, I'm telling him I'm going anyway.
Is there anyone else that would like something?
Yeah.
I need to
What
supervise
was
the
that?
creature. Yeah.
What was that vest thing? The vest of something.
The armor.
The armor thing. Yeah.
I have studded leather of cold resistance, and I have scale mail of radiant resistance.
Let's see. I can only use a specific kind or something, right? Because I'm
In your bottom left-hand corner of your character sheet, it'll say armor proficiencies, like light armor, medium armor, heavy armor.
Oh, I got armor none with them.
Oh, because you're a sorcerer. Yeah, they don't typically wear armor. I think you can still wear it, but it disadvantages you in a bunch of ways that we can look into if that's a path you go down.
But is it
I
like
also-
a serious disadvantage?
It's something weird, like you can't cast something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Well, yeah, fuck it then. If it's not but what else do you got, bro? Is it just I want magical
Scrolls
items.
of Flying.
What? What's wrong? Oh, is that something he said before? Yeah. I have Scroll of Fly, Scroll of Mage Armor, Scroll of Spiritual Weapon. I also have Scroll of Animal Messenger.
How do
And
scrolls work in this game? Do you like
Well-
a one-use thing or?
if it's a spell that you have on your list of spells that you could theoretically cast at one point, then you can read it, and it basically, you get to cast it without using up a spell slot. So it's like a free cast of that spell, even if you don't have it prepared or necessarily know it yet, then the scroll disappears. So it's like a disposable
One-time
camera.
And what was that? The spiritual weapon. What was that?
So you would know. I don't know if your class necessarily has access to it. Maybe. Let's have a look.
Sorcerer.
Evocation. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. You basically cast this weapon that floats in the air, and you can like move it around the battlefield, and it attacks as though it was like a person.
All right, how much for that scroll, bro?
For spiritual weapon. Every time I like click a link, I have to like reopen that thing. He says that. Oh, wait for it. That is 200 gold.
Let's see. How much gold do I have in actual gold? How do I see that? Like equipment? No.
It's under equipment, yeah, and then currency. But once you click on the equipment tab, I think it gives you a little separate box for money
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
just currency right there. Sean, can you lend me 200? Because I don't want to.
You don't want to break a diamond? Is that what we're saying?
No.
You don't want to break a Benjamin?
Exactly. We're getting like 7,000 like tomorrow morning. Can I borrow 200? I only have 30.
Yeah. We're you saved me earlier, so that's Of course you can. You can have it.
Sweet,
Okay,
thank you.
cool. So that is a scroll of spiritual weapon. Oh wait, I'll just find the spell itself. And then what I'll do is wait for it. Oh, that's not it. Maybe if I just drag it into the world. There we go. Show to players. So you can see that now?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Awesome.
cool.
Sorry?
That's cool. So
Nice.
so do I add that then to my?
You can add it to your inventory in D&D Beyond by just typing it in the equipment section, and you should be able to search for it. But I just put it in Roll20 so that you could read it at this very moment.
Sweet.
Where's my gold to take away 250?
Your gold is stored in equipment in the equipment tab of the character sheet, and it should give you a
okay.
little mini box.
Fucked up that old lady.
One thing I've learned is not to be nice in this game. I'm trying to be all like, oh no, they might be okay. No, just fucking attack people. That's what it is. Try and find.
We don't have to. We don't
in
have
Dungeons
to.
and Dragons and life. Just attack everyone.
Just attack. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we could have managed to get out of that situation without fighting, but I mean, this was good.
Well, you know, I don't join often, so it's nice I can come in and spice things up a bit and then leave again, you know?
Just come in and drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it the Rob
You know
way.
how I do, joking.
That's how you roll, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just write to you on Discord then. That'll
Yeah,
be
sweet.
easier.
Perfect.
I got a wooden duck receipt.
Sweet loot, bro.
I know, right?
A wooden duck receipt. You get the sense, actually, everybody can roll an insight check just while we're doing inventory stuff. Your mom,
insight check.
a druid can use a wooden staff as a spellcasting focus. So your spellcasting focus is your mom, someone else's mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're just waiting on Rithmal's check.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, well done, everyone. Okay, so Rithmal, you're not sure if it's the sort of like hurt pride talking or not, but you get the sense that this guy, this Melville character, is not quite fully with it. Like a couple of marbles short of a bag, a few like forks short of a cutlery drawer, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I think we gathered.
Yes. Yeah. That's what you gather with your insight check. You all gather that to varying degrees, except for Milksteak, who thinks, this guy's pretty sweet. These city people are very like switched on.
He's really on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sold me pipes of what?
Haunting.
Pipes of haunting.
That
Yeah.
you can't play.
Wow. Well say.
Awesome. Okay, so is there anything else that, just out of character for a moment, he's just sort of standing there aimlessly referring to one of his books on a chain. What would you players like to do now?
Well, I guess we can just. I suppose do we? Oh yeah, I guess we can ask him like. So is there somewhere we can sort of sleep and rest up? Do you have rooms? What's with that situation?
I think Zane. Is he? Yes.
And I just walk. I mid sentence, I just walk out because he's pissing me off with his trailing off.
Okay, I'll say you know this exit point, and you manage to come back to the main thing, the main chamber. And as you leave, you hear him say, "Maybe Zane? Is he the arcane construct? Oh yes, creating him. That took a long time. Yes." And you get the sense that he means Zane might know.
Well, I guess we'll just walk back out, walk up to Zane and say, "Can we get some kip somewhere?"
Oh yes, of course. And he sees your wooden duck, and he says, so Melville's working on it for you. Is that correct?"
Yeah. What is this? I asked for a receipt, so because he's got our card now, and I want to make sure I get my money.
Yes, receipt. Yes.
Cool.
You get the sense that like they to him that's a very normal receipt to receive.
That makes total sense for them. Yeah.
Cool.
Whatever.
He sort of lifts up his hands like this and concentrates, and you see his eyes like change colors a bunch of times. And then there's like 4 beds just behind you, and you're not sure how they got there.
Cool.
Nice. All right, cool. Let's end the session. Well done, everyone. I'm very proud of you all.